Oh, the lighting is blessing me today.
Whoa, get it!
What's good? It's your boy Ant. We're back with another vid. Today we are talking about goal setting. I made another video about how to achieve more of your goals, and that attacks more of the personality traits and the mindset you have to have when going into things. This is going to be more of a blueprint into how to achieve it, right? 2025, it's almost February. I know y'all got some stuff. Y'all have some resolutions that y'all have made. Maybe y'all stuck to them. Maybe y'all haven't. Maybe y'all are on the fence and whether or not you're going to stick to them or not. Look, this video is going to be an all-inclusive, realistic guide on how to think about your goals, how to determine if they're worth it or not, and then I'm gonna put some personal examples of what worked for me and things that I did to get me to where I am right now. So let's jump straight into it. Now, everybody knows what a SMART goal is, right? SMART goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based, right? So I have my own little blueprint that I use for these goals, but it's not necessarily SMART or another acronym, but it does work, and it has worked for the last year and a half. So the first thing that you gotta ask yourself, are you really looking forward to the outcome of whatever you wanna do enough to enjoy/tolerate the process? If there's something that you wanna do and the process to get there is so hard on you mentally, physically, or spiritually to the point where you feel like you will fall apart if you continue to do it, then that goal is not for you, and whatever you wanna achieve is not for you because it does so much damage, right? When it comes to achieving a goal, there's always a risk to it because you may not do it. It may not be to have the same outcome that you want because you can't predict everything. If you cannot or are not willing to deal with, tolerate the process of achieving whatever goal it is, then that's not something that you should be doing. That's not a bad thing, that's just is what it is. Can you measure the progress to your goal with something that proves its worth? Me personally, I know that my main motivation is tangible. Whenever I make progress in something, I need to see, hold, or feel something to know that I'm making progress. It's really easy for my money goals because I work as a server where I get paid out every night, so I physically hold the money that I make every single night that I work. If you are somebody who really needs like words of affirmation or something that is repeated over and over again to feel like you are making progress in something, you need to set up the process of how you're going to work towards your goal to make sure that you're getting that feedback to let you know and make you feel like you are getting the gratification that you need. We do have a problem as a generation and as people in general in this time of social media and computer and electronics that we do not have the ability to have delayed gratification. But instead of taking that as a negative thing, you got to work it to your advantage and know that because you cannot have delayed gratification, you need to create it yourself to stay motivated and maintain the progress and level of intensity that you're working towards your goals throughout the whole thing. What if nothing comes from it, right? I'm a firm believer that whatever you put into something, you will get out of it. And there's no situation in life in which you put all your effort into something and take your time and really try and you don't get anything out of it. But let's say worst case situation happens, you dump 2 years into something and nothing comes out of it. You still want to do it. You can put so much time into something and it cannot pay off the way that you want it to, but you may gain something else out of it. And is that something else that you gain still as worth it to you as what you want to get out of it, right? That's more of an introspective question, and there's no right answer to that. You got to figure that out for yourself. Do you have the appetite for that right now? I currently am a full-time college student taking 5 classes at Howard. I'm taking 2 classes in North Seattle online. I have my shoe customizing business that I'm doing, plus I work part-time as a server. Now, these 4 things take up the majority of my time. Yes, I have free time to do other things if I wanted to add something else on my plate, but I know that until the school year gets deeper in and I feel more comfortable in what's going on, I do not have the appetite to take something on like a second job or start another business. 2 things that I really want to do, but I know I won't be able to, or that it wouldn't be a smart decision to do that right now, because if I did it right now, everything else I was doing would drop as I try to bring this up. Of course, you can do everything that you ever dreamed of and start doing it right now, and then you'll notice that 1 or 2 or many are going to fall apart because you simply cannot manage them all to the same level that you would if you were doing just one thing at a time. I'm a firm believer that you can do whatever you want. There's this negative stigma about doing multiple things at once because you need to focus on one thing to be the best at it so that you can make a difference and start a business and get money inside the other. And I think that makes a lot of sense. Logically, that makes a lot of sense, but that is not the only way to do something. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get anywhere from it. It just means that you won't be doing as well as the one thing. It's the same idea I have with goal setting. If I want to have a second job, I have to understand that this is going to dip a little bit, but I'm going to be doing this as well. Is that worth it to me? Do you have anything to lose? Now, this is going on the same idea of what if nothing comes from it, but more of the post side of that. Will you lose anything from starting this venture? Kind of go off what I said before. If this, when you start something new, the thing that you're giving your most attention to is going to drop, and that is natural. If this becomes shaky, that you can't bounce back. Once you start a venture in something, depending on what you have to lose, you may not be able to stop that and get back to where you were before in a timely manner if you have have things like bills to pay, if you have people to take care of, if you have school, by making the small, simple decision to start another venture. So you need to weigh the pros and cons and see if you have anything to lose and if whatever you're going to lose is worth it. Research synergy or compatibility with overlapping ideas. What I mean by that is there something that you're doing now that can correlate with a future venture to help support it while you're going up? The credit card that I applied to most recently is the Fidelity Visa because it has 2%, the 2% that comes back. Your Fidelity account, right? That is all fine and dandy, and it's not really a good card for what it is, but I have savings/investments account with Fidelity that is only for car parts such, right? I am a big car person, and I plan to have a lot more car content on this channel with the goal of me having car content and having that be my passion and my main goal. Another goal of having and being knowledgeable about a lot of credit cards and supports that idea directly. It's not such a big deal for me to get this card because it supports something else. And it's not such a big deal for me to get into cards because I have something else that can help me. Any of these things were to fall off or were to fluctuate, there's going to be at least some type of support system or direct response that I can see, help out, or notice when the time comes. Like me trying to graduate early is a lot of load, and that means that I don't have a lot of time to do the other things that I want and enjoy my college experience because I'm dedicating so much time to graduating early. But I know that the payoff for having a year off, graduating a year early, a year that I plan to take off to travel because that's something that I want to do, makes a lot of sense to me. So it is worth it in my mind, and it is enough for me to tolerate the process of going through school really, really early. I can measure it with something that proves my worth because as I finish a class, I physically see a class get added to the completion list on my school's class site. If nothing comes from it, that's perfectly fine because I can take community college courses to take the classes that I want. If I don't get to spend my year off, I can at least say that I took 3 years to graduate early. I have an appetite for it right now because school is the main thing for me. I really don't have anything to lose because school is the main thing for me, and it works with everything else that I want to do because if I finish my school early, I have more time to do quite literally everything else that I want to do. This is a big example, and there are a lot of things that are smaller that work a lot easier than the example I just gave you, but that is one of the main reasons that I'm staying in college, one of the main reasons why I have not transferred, and the main reason why I have not dropped out. That's the video. Hope y'all enjoy. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm trying to stick to more of this personal one-on-one or one-on y'all pause type of content so y'all know that I'm here for y'all. We're talking about it. It's 2025, you know what I'm saying? It's about to be February. Birthday coming up soon. Might have some vlogs for that. I also have a vlog for the apartment I'm talking about. We're gonna make a video about making the vision board and that kind of thought process. I'm not very spiritual in that fact, but I do know that, you know, seeing your goals, at least for me, and having them be organized makes me feel a lot better. Like I said before, I like things to be tangible until they see them. So we'll make some videos like that coming up. We're gonna have some car content once I get the O2 sensors and I can start really building the GT500. I already got the plan, the outline of things I need to buy. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to follow the Instagram and the TikTok. I know we got 75 days of TikTok, 75 days extension on TikTok or whatever the hell. So if you want to go support over there, go support over there. Go support the Instagram, so I will be on there constantly. Make sure you like, subscribe to the video if you enjoyed it, and make sure to tune in next time when I show you how to make a vision board about how to achieve year 6.